Today we are solving rational inequalities.
Is this harder than the last one? Yes. Is it, probably not.
I don't think so. It's a little bit different, but I don't think it's any harder.
But you're not saying it's easier. So.
Well,
Very convincing.
I don't want to ever not tell you all the truth. So, I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, this is like super easy. But you all, I'll be honest with you, I've had some students find this easier than yesterday. I've had some students find it harder than yesterday. So it just kind of depends on how your brain works. All right. Yesterday, we did several steps and we found numbers. I can't get any closer than this to you. Isn't that about, oh, I can get 3 feet from you. Is this 3 feet?
That's about, yeah.
Okay. So I'm good. And I've had shots, so I probably shouldn't have any germs. What we found yesterday when we solved it, we got x equal, those are called critical numbers. And that's what we have to find today. The difference is when we have an x in the denominator, my first critical number is what would make that denominator 0. So what would make my denominator 0? 1?
Yep.
1? Okay, so that is my first critical number. Now I solve the problem or work the problem just like I did yesterday. How would that be? I changed it to equal. So I have 5 minus x over x minus 1 equals negative 2.
Can you multiply by?
I actually, for most, the easy way is to cross multiply. Because what's on the bottom here? 1. So I have 5 minus x equals negative 2x plus 2. Can I move my x's to the left and numbers to the right? So what is x equal to? I think it's a positive 3. Is it?
I know, I'm confused.
Oh, no, minus 5. You are correct. Minus negative 3. All right. Now, set up my intervals. Okay. Do you remember yesterday we said if it was a greater than or equal to, less than or equal, it got a bracket.
Yep.
However, any number from the denominator always gets a parenthesis. So my interval is negative infinity to negative 3 bracket, negative 3 to 1 parenthesis, and 1 to infinity. Are y'all still with me? Okay. What number am I going to use here? Negative 4. Does that give me 9 over negative 5 is greater than or equal to negative 2? Does that work?
No.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Is it negative 9/5 bigger than negative 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to think backwards when you're doing negatives. So this works. What are we going to use here? 0, which gives me, is that greater than negative 2? And my last one, can we use 2? So 3/1? Does that work? So this is my answer. I know you all did that some to me, so I thought I'd do it. Am I right?
Well, I didn't do that, no.
I didn't do that.
Okay. So it's this, like that?
We didn't have to write you, right? We could just say.
You did not have to write you, no.
I kind of remember you saying that yesterday, but I didn't have to.
All right, can we do another one?
Sure.
Are all the columns that we're going to have today have a denominator?
I think so. It's not as bad as you think.
Don't we already have the two, like, inner?
Well, yeah, but how do we know there's only going to be 2? -4, -2, right?
Yeah.
Change it to equal and cross multiply. When I cross multiply, my x's are going to subtract out, right? So there's no number that works for that. So my only numbers are -2 and -4, which is -infinity to -4. And these are all parentheses, aren't they? All right, what number are we going to use first? -5. Does that make -1 is greater than -1/3? Does that work? Nope. This one I'm going to use -3, aren't I?
Yeah.
Which is going to give me 1 is greater than -1. So this works. What are we going to use on the last one?
0.
So 1/4 is greater than 1/2. What? Doesn't work, does it? So my answer is -4 to -2. Does that make sense to you all?